Hello friends, and welcome to Escaping the Mouse with your host, me, Breck Rowell. Alright, it is the second day of my 3-day weekend, and today I think I'm going to go out and I'm going to buy that trailer I've been preparing for. I actually got my review at work last week, and it turned out really well. I got a good review, got a nice little raise, got a nice bonus, and in fact that bonus is what I'm going to be using to pay for the trailer today. So let's run over to Home Depot because I got to do that. I got to get the hitch and the ball and a few other things to make sure I'm going to be able to do all this. So let's get going. It's kind of funny how quickly the weather can change here in Texas. Yesterday when I was out and about, it was a nice day to be out. It was kind of overcast and it was upper 70s, and there was like a warm, humid breeze coming in off the Gulf. Last night a cold front came in and it's 44 degrees right now. I'm actually gonna have to wear a jacket a little bit today. Alright, there's been a little bit of a setback with the Home Depot thing. I went out there and got in there and talked to a person in the store about buying a trailer, and they said, great, yeah, let's go out and look at it. And I picked the one I wanted, and they scanned the tag, and the tag said the thing was $1,600. Now, you remember, I'd seen the trailers out there, I'd seen those signs that said $849. Well, apparently there's a lot of wind in Texas, and apparently those signs tend to get moved around somewhere sometimes, and nobody picked up that they were in the wrong place. In fact, the guy said the $849 tag was probably not even for a trailer. It was probably for one of the underground water storage bins that they also have in the same area. They apologized profusely, but they couldn't sell me a trailer for that little. And I know they really tried. They even offered me a deep discount, but it was really out of my budget. So not going to get the trailer at Home Depot, unfortunately. But when I left Home Depot, I knew that Lowe's also sells trailers. Now, I'm not getting back into bed with Lowe's. No way, no how. But I knew that their trailers were out in the parking lot, and so I could just drive through the parking lot, see what, if there's a comparable trailer that they have and what that thing costs. And if I do that, then at least I'll get an idea, kind of the ballpark of, what kind of price to maybe expect finding it somewhere else. Well, I did get down there. They had a trailer that was pretty comparable to the one at Home Depot. It didn't have the wood on the base of the trailer. It had a metal thing, so that wouldn't work well for me. But what I saw is their trailer was about $1,100, and so that shows me that maybe, to get this type of trailer, I don't necessarily have to spend $1,600. I can look around. And I said, okay, well, where else can I find, in Waco that might have a trailer? And I started thinking, well, Harbor Freight has that kind of stuff, and so maybe we could go check them out. I also know that there's a Tractor Supply Company in Waco also, and I looked at their websites, and they each have options that are worth looking at. The one at Harbor Freight that I looked at when I first looked at it, I said, no, that's not going to be anywhere near what I need. It doesn't have the walls. It doesn't have much of the platform that you put stuff on. Basically it's just a few pieces of metal that you can kind of stack things on. But I started looking a little closer because the price was really attractive, and it is versatile enough that it could be reconfigured to turn into what I need it to be. And the trailer and what I would need to turn into what I want is going to be less than it would just to go and buy, even the one at Lowe's, which is out of the question. But as I was looking closer at this thing, there's also another feature that's kind of cool, and that is, this is called a folding trailer. And that means it can literally be folded up and reconfigured in different ways. And I can actually fold it up, put it on wheels, and it gets into an incredibly compact size. They say it's like 3 feet by 5 feet by 3 inches deep. I don't believe it's 3 inches deep, but if that was the case, I wouldn't have to store the thing outside in the backyard. I could put it under the workbench in the garage. That would be a very, very cool thing to do, because then I wouldn't have that that space over behind the shed filled up. But I also looked at the one at Tractor Supply Company, and that one's almost virtually the same trailer that I was looking at Home Depot. Same kind of features. It's a little different design, and I want to look at it and see if, for instance, the one at Home Depot, the sides tip down, so you could load and unload from all sides if you wanted to. I want to make sure that can happen on this one. I want to take a look at the design of the metal skeletal structure of the thing. I got a couple questions that way, and I got to make sure it's going to fit my my electrical plug and all that. But let's go to Harbor Freight and Tractor Supply Company and look at these things firsthand. Alright, so I've been over to Harbor Freight. They didn't have the trailer I was looking at in stock, which means they'd have to order it. And, that's something I'd kind of like to get it wrapped up today and get this thing home. So I'm over at Tractor Supply Company now. This is a trailer here that I'm looking for. I wanted to verify that it was going to work with the power plug I have. And that looks like the same power plug I have. It's a 2-inch ball, so I'll have to get that. I was kind of hoping that these would fold down. They don't, but that's not really the end of the world, really. It has the little ramp in the back, so I could, if I wanted to move the lawnmower, I could, roll the lawnmower or drive the lawnmower right up onto the trailer here. It looks like like I said, this looks pretty much like the same exact trailer I was looking at Home Depot. I think that one was more welded on the frame on the front end like this one. I noticed they have one of these down over here, and the one they have over here doesn't have the trailer bar that sticks out of the front attached. It's just in the back of the trailer, so obviously that bolts on. So see, that's this one here, and they just got the bar right there. But this thing it's going to give me it's a 5-foot by 8-foot bed, so that'll easily haul plywood, which is what I want. I could put a lot of plants or dirt or stuff in there. It's rated at 1,450 pounds, so that would be good. Its tongue weight doesn't appear to be outrageously heavy. It's going to be a little heavier this way, but I can lift this thing up by hand, so it'll be easier with a 5-foot rail on the front of it. So I don't know, I think I'm gonna go talk to him about this one, and let's see if this is the one that we can make work for us. It's also going to depend on them having the hitch and the ball that I need. One of the things I was looking at when I was over at Harbor Freight was their hitches and their balls. They have the 2-inch ball, but they don't have the hitch that will fit on my receiver, which is a 1 1/4 inch receiver. So it's going to also kind of depend on whether they have that and can get me all the pieces I need to get it wound up together. But I'm going to go in and talk to them, and let's see what we can find out. All right, we got the trailer home. Everything looks pretty good. I've been testing out the lights a little bit. So I've got the left turn signal on. That definitely works. I tried the right turn signal a minute ago. That definitely works. We tested it out at the store, but like I said, all we really did there was just turn on the hazard lights and make sure that they both blink. I wanted to make sure, because it's possible they could screw up left or right. And so the fact that I have the right turn signal, or the left turn signal in the car going, and the left turn signal in the trailers going is a good thing. Now, one of the nice things about this is this ramp here can lay down flat like this, which is great for storing it. Or I can actually lift it up and lock it into place like this, and then it actually becomes the back of the trailer. Or I can go down on it like this, and it's a ramp that I can literally drive onto the trailer. So that's a good thing. I see that it's got some attachment brackets here, so I can strap stuff down. That's definitely going to come in handy, but it'll be really great for hauling plywood. Now I'm noticing here that these screws stick up a little bit, so I'll probably end up removing each of these one at a time and countersinking them so they get down there a little bit below the dirt, below the wood level there, so I'm not scratching anything I put in here. That was one of the reasons, I had an option to get a trailer where the bottom of the trailer was like this. But I just figured, you know, if I was bringing home quality lumber, that was going to get all scratched up if I did that. So I wanted to lay it on wood because, you know, wood is going to be friendlier to other wood. You know, it's not going to scratch it as much, but I'm concerned a little bit that those screws might. So we'll probably end up dealing with those one at a time here, and getting those countersunk a little bit so they don't stick up above the level of the platform. But I'm pretty happy with this. Like I said, I'm going to roll it here into the backyard. I didn't get the one that would conceivably fold up and go under the workbench, but this is kind of the area I'm planning to store it right here. Might have to move these ladders a little bit, and I'm going to have to get used to backing up with the trailer again. I haven't had to do that for a while, so I'm going to get this thing into the backyard, and we'll go from there. And this is going to kind of be where the final resting place of this thing is. I know it sounds like I'm burying it, right? But this is where this thing's going to live. What I've done now is I've taken the ramp, folded it over, because I'm going to get a tarp and I'm going to put it over the top of this to try and keep it dry. We might even give it a bath a little bit. Looks like the birds have been using it as a toilet a little bit while it's been out in front of Tractor Supply Company, so it could definitely use that. But I am happy with the purchase I made, and I think this is going to go a long ways in terms of making it easier for me to get things home from Home Depot without having to fill up my car or do weird things on the roof or whatever it is. This will be get a lot of good use, I think. So like I said, I'm going to run over to Home Depot, get a tarp, and I'll catch up with you after that. Alright, so I just got back from Home Depot, picked up a heavy-duty tarp for this thing, and basically I determined that the trailer from the front of the trailer hitch to the back of the trailer was about 12 feet long. It was about 7 feet side to side. So I found a very good heavy-duty tarp at Home Depot that was 12 feet wide and 15 feet long, because I wanted to have it kind of draped down on the ground and around the side of things too. So we got this thing well protected using some of my recycled bricks from my last project to kind of hold everything in place. We'll probably do something bungee cords or something at some point, but since there's the possibility of some rain today, I wanted to kind of get it covered up quickly, and I think we are good to do that at this point. So it was a little bit of a challenge getting back here because we've had rain and the sprinklers on a little bit, and so, you know, the dirt, you know, dug into the dirt a little bit, and I'm not proficient enough yet with driving it backwards in the car that I could back it into here. So basically I pulled it up close to the gate and then disconnected it from the trailer or from the car and pushed it in manually. And unfortunately that was a little bit of a challenge getting up this lump. Had to kind of take a running start at it and push through that little lump there. But I think probably what I'll do at some point is I'll flatten that off a little bit so it's a little bit more of a smooth surface. I'm still gonna have to push uphill a little bit, but I think if it gets down to it, with time I might get a little better with backing up the thing and just be able to back it right into this space. So we have accomplished our goal today. We got our trailer. I'm happy with it, and I think we're coming to the end of our vlog. So that's all I have for today. Thank you as always for watching, and I will see you next time on Escaping the Mouse. Good night.